The latest Decision Desk HQ polling shows former President Trump with a slim lead over President Biden, 45.5% to 44.7% for the president. The former president, President Trump, reportedly raising $141 million in the month of May, which is record-breaking, bolstered by a flood of donations following that guilty verdict in New York State on May 31st. Now, those numbers, as well as the DNC's report, still need to be verified by the Federal Election Commission in the coming months. But that's a whopper. Joining us right now, Republican strategist Adam Weiss. Adam, thank you so much for being here. So the Biden campaign and the DNC only raising $51 million compared to the RNC's $76 million in April, according to initial reports. Are we seeing more proof of apathy from the Democratic Party?
I think I think they're tired, what's happening in the Biden administration. They don't know which side to go. The progressives are fighting him hard during the, Israeli-Palestinian conflicts. The moderates are pushing him one way. So he's caught between a hard place, right? So with Trump news cycle 24/7 and the conviction, who would have thought he raised what you said? I've heard reports of $200 million. And I read something interesting this morning. He just left San Francisco, the heart of Silicon Valley, the heart of San Francisco, and he raised a whopping close to $20 million at some tech mogul, David Sachs' home, with the Winklevoss brothers were there. They were big donors, founders of Facebook. And usually these hard-hitting Silicon Valley crowd was all in on Trump the other night, which is, unusual for that type of San Francisco crowd. So the pendulum is really swinging towards Trump in these fundraising numbers. And, President Biden really has to figure out which path he's going to take.
I'm thinking about fundraising. I remember, being a kid and hearing these kinds of numbers. And now that I'm a grown up, I have a different perspective. But advertising is not the way that it used to be. Former President Trump certainly doesn't need ads to purchase right now. It doesn't seem like it anyway. His name is in the news so much. But does it mean the same as what it used to?
I think once we get closer to the election, you have to hit some of these states. Florida, for example, has 15 media markets. Michigan has a lot of media markets. So once you get close to the election, they're going to bombard the airwaves in different media markets to make sure they win counties and towns. Some of these states might come down to a simple county, a simple city, town. So they'll be bombarding local TV with ads after ad after ad when it gets closer. But now you could just fundraise, you could just hit messaging, you could just do. Trump is a master marketer. So he just, controls, the news cycle, morning, noon, and night, over whether it's negative news, positive news. It seems like all we've lived is Trump for 9 years. So, and social media plays a big role too. He puts out one message, one tweet, one video, and it's news, right?
Well, it's also these cases. Clearly, the American public has a very strong opinion about these cases. You have people who say, lock him up. You have people who say, good, justice being served. But then you see $53 million raised by the Trump campaign with barely a tweet. I mean, yes, he's been appealing to people on social media, his children, his daughter-in-law, Lara, appealing to voters. But 53 million, and a lot of those donors, according to the campaign, first-time contributors to an election campaign like this. What is the message? What should we all take away from this in terms of that level of fundraising?
Well, hopefully the message is to politicians don't follow the Trump line and get indicted just to raise money, because
he didn't get indicted to raise money. No. Wait, hold on. No, what's the message for all these Americans who are willing to put their money where their mouth is? And we see them on every news network saying, you know what, I wasn't going to vote for him. I'm an independent. Now I'm going to vote for him. You have people who say, I'm Democrat. I'm a registered Democrat. Now I'm going to vote for him because I think this case is unfair. Then you have people who are saying, I'm going to give more money. I'm a staunch Republican. Obviously, this has hit a nerve. What should we all interpret that nerve to be?
Republicans are livid, upset. Democrats, some moderates, are confused and don't even understand, is this the America we grew up with, the injustice like this? I don't think people think that criminal behavior should be clear, concise, not this confusing thing. You had a relationship with someone 10 or so years ago and they're going after a check the wrong way. It's very confusing to most Americans, and they don't think we should be going after ex-presidents for that. So there, he's getting flooded money from independents. Republicans getting flooded. I mean, so it shows this is a very unjust situation, and the money hole is unbelievable what he took in, and it's what we're living in at this moment. It's sad, but it's it's a sad state of affairs, but it's what we're going through.
Well, yeah.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.